morning. We had some great star night last night, and the comet was just over that ridge. We had it for maybe 15 or 30 minutes. Got a couple good photos of it that I'll work into the video. It's turned out to be a really great campsite. It's quiet, lots of good stars. It got cold though, so that's the story. We'll make some coffee, see where that takes us.
It's actually kind of surprising to me. So,
Alright, we're right here on the Green River, and we think we're going to backtrack back down here at this Whiskey Grove campground. I think there's a bridge across the green there, and then we'll get on these four-wheel drive trails and come up, and then we have to kind of meander over this way and up here to come out somewhere around Du Bois. I would say Du Bois, but I think they pronounce it Du Bois.
Du Bois.
43, which will then take us on 287, which goes up to Moran Junction, which will go to Grand Teton and Yellowstone, but maybe we stop somewhere around here, which is Brooks Lake and the Pinnacles, which is basically at the foot of a gigantic cliff. I was just looking, we were there 2 years ago, and they said that there were a tremendous number of grizzlies in this area. And I was looking north on the map here, this whole swath, there's no roads. This is all unbroken wilderness. So that explains why the grizzlies like it so much. That's the southern border of Yellowstone. So it's like 10 miles as the crow flies due south of the southern border of Yellowstone, where you get 2.2 million acres of wilderness up here, and then this is wilderness surrounding. It's the Shoshone Wilderness. We think that little 20-mile as the crow fly jaunt is probably going to take us 4 hours by four-wheel drive road. Maybe more if one of us decides to bury ourselves to the frame rails. What do you think, Scout? He's not too concerned about it. He doesn't think he's...
One thing is, it's a couple of weeks later than it was when we went through there last year.
Is it? Oh yeah, because we were...
Just before 4th of July.
No, it was after, because we didn't meet up. We met up with the guys.
We spent 4th of July with them in Flaming Gorge.
Oh yeah, so it was before 4th of July. Yeah, you're right.
It was right before 4th of July.
Yeah, so maybe it's a little bit more dry now. Not as sticky. We'll soon find out. All right, we're all packed up. We're gonna leave this spot on the Green River. I need to set a waypoint on it just so I remember. And gonna backtrack back to that Whiskey Flats or Whiskey Junction campground. See if we can't cross there, and then head into that spider web abyss of roads. Try to navigate overland our way to around Du Bois, and I'll update you as we go.
somewhere along this Union Pass Road between Pinedale and Du Bois, Wyoming. Yeah, it's been a pretty good road so far. Traction's been good, not too bumpy. Definitely kind of getting into the high alpine pasture country. Q Steve, it's 59 degrees, so it's cooler up here. It was probably really cold up here last night. Anyway, come along for the ride. Came across another gigantic meadow here in Wyoming. That's probably, it's bigger than the one we camped in the other day. It's probably 3.5 miles across. It's huge. So we're still meandering along Union Pass Road. Great view of the Wind Rivers off to that side. Kind of an interesting mountain range, how they just kind of slope up on one side, like the earth just dropped away on the other. And I think we'll be in Du Bois within the hour, maybe. We'll see. Then we got to come up with a route on how we're kind of want to bypass Yellowstone on four-wheel drive trails to get to the northern side of the park. That way we don't have to deal with all the tourists in the park. Steve must have saw something, he's backing up. There in the 4Runner, see if you see some animals off here. He's still backing up. I don't know what he saw, but something. Did you see something? Oh, a sign. Oh, I see. And there you have it. The very elusive, endangered species of signs in this part of the wilderness. You never know when they're gonna pop up. You sure this is right? Gotcha. I'm gonna set the trip odometer. This feels like a famous last words of the Donner Party kind of turn. We'll see. Oh, this road's bumpy. This road's a little bit more degraded and slightly more technical than the last road we were on. I have a feeling it's about to get a lot more technical because on my map there, this road ends in like a quarter of a mile. Now that sign back there indicated that it goes on to Du Bois. I'm gonna guess that the other 34 miles of it are gonna be a log wagon trail. We'll see. But typically when they end on the Overlander, that means because they are in really, really bad shape. We'll see. Alright, I shifted into low range. Not so much that I feel like I need four-wheel drive right now, but we're descending and it's easier than heating the truck brakes and the trailer brakes up. The road is deteriorating some. Probably can't tell that much on the GoPro. But don't feel like I need the four-wheel drive for the traction right now. Mostly just the gearing to kind of slow controlled descent here with the trailer kind of pushing at me. We'll see. I have a feeling this road's going to be pretty fun. Scout's back there, hoping that he's going to get to catch some trees as they go by the window. Steve is taking a long time. I think that used to be the crossing there, and it's washed out. So somebody's put a bypass in here. And Steve with his 4Runner and no trailer was taking a long time looking at it. I'm wondering. Let me get out and look. Well, your right rear tire looks like it wants to come off the ground. It doesn't look that deep, but it also looks a little muddy. Hang on a second, let me go around. You're nowhere near touching on your approach angle. You're gonna be fine unless it's really muddy. This first section is fairly deliberate. That's the 4Runner with no trailer. Lifted. We'll see how this goes. All right, this should be exciting. Steve's gonna videotape me from the other side, so I'm gonna cut this one off and pay attention. Scooter! That wasn't bad at all. I'm curious to see how the video looks, because it didn't feel bad in here at all, but we'll see what the video looks like.
Did I go off the main road or something?
Oh no, it's washed out there.
Huh?
I said it's washed out there.
Oh,
How'd
yeah,
that video
it is
turn out?
washed.
All right, this road deteriorated to the point that it basically ended. We got to a sign that said motorized vehicle traffic ends. So we're backtracking back out. I didn't film the water crossing the second time because we cleared it, no problem the first time. So it's basically the same in the opposite direction. No real trouble crossing it with the Tundra and the teardrop. So we're gonna make our way back out here to Union Pass Road and continue to snake it towards Du Bois, however you say it. And it should go on through. I'm pretty certain of that. Typically when I see a route on the Garmin Overlander that it ends for a good reason. So even if Gaia is showing that it still goes through, the Overlander ended up being more accurate there. So that's our story. Nice adventure. It's probably the most technical thing thus far. Yesterday was the most technical thing thus far with the Tundra and the teardrop together. That was definitely a more technical. The water crossing itself wasn't that technical, but the approach and departure angles I thought might be a little bit of a problem because the Tundra is really long in the back. But no real big deal at all. So on we go. big meadow right at the edge of the Wind Rivers. They're just right out off the right side of the truck there. Probably no more than 6 miles as the crow flies. Pretty cool. There we are, Shoshone National Forest. And we're now in the same forest system that runs into Yellowstone. All right, we got another Wyoming classic campsite here, where we found a spot where we can see multiple mountain ranges from one spot and camp. So back behind me here, if I can figure out where, this is the Pinnacles here, and then over here on this side, if I can get that dialed in, the Wind Rivers are back here. I'll do this without, I'll point the camera. And we just happened to notice, way off in the distance right there, is the Grand Tetons. So let me see if I can zoom and show you these. So the Teton is right there. There's the Wind Rivers. And there's the Pinnacles over there. And there's Scout. He and I are not on speaking terms right now. He thought he could fly fish again. Didn't work out. There's Steve. Look like you're sitting on a golf course somewhere. We should have brought some clubs and some balls. There's the Tetons. There's our campsite off there, looking from this point back down. Let's do this quickly because I'm literally about to get carried off by mosquitoes.
Oh.
Anyway, that's camp. And this is Mosquito Point, apparently. Good grief. You're a bad fly fisherman. And a bad drone pilot. But I guess I'll keep you. I mean, 10 years. You think if I was going to get tired of it, I would have by now. Just can't believe you didn't get tired of me, Scout. It's like, I am tired of you, but where am I going to go? We're going to hike up to the top of that ridge over there and see what we can see. Gear explosion. We're almost at the top of that little spur. Sucking air at 10,000 feet. I'm curious what's going to be up over the side of this cool rock formation and trees up here. For sure. Oh man, almost there. I think we're gonna fly the drone later. Oh wow, a view. Snow. How about that? That's pretty cool. I didn't expect that. Sun's starting to peak on the horizon. Huh. What do you think, Old Man Mountain? Dude, you're not gonna believe what's over here. Snow. I wasn't expecting that one. Look at that view. We gotta look up that range. I want to say it's the Shoshone range, but I don't know.
Oh wow, it goes way back up in there.
Way back in there. You know, that may be the Absaroka.
Up there,
Yeah.
I think that might be Absaroka.
I wonder if Pinnacles is in the Absaroka. Just go sledding off there.
No thanks.
You're gonna post hole.
Used to.
Oh wow, that's awesome. That's where I saw my first grizzly in the wild. Is that valley right there that leads up by the Pinnacles?
Yep. Damn, there's a lot of mosquitoes up here.
A lot of mosquitoes up here. All right, I'm gonna tune out for a minute and we'll catch you guys in a bit. I think we might have just found the remnants of a shelter that somebody might have built up here. Because I don't think that happened naturally.
Look at the other side.
It's totally a shelter, look at that.
Yep. Long time ago.
I wonder who did that.
Maybe it was Bear Grylls.
Yeah. The guy from The Revenant. Look at that moss. And the colors on the rock. Did you see green moss there? All right, we hiked up to the point there. See about getting some photographs. We found snow, you'll see it a little earlier in the video. And now we're running back to camp because we're about to be carried away by mosquitoes. We're close now though, it's just right over there. I think we're gonna get a good, sorry for the fast pan. I think we're gonna get a good sunset here tonight. With at least 3 mountain ranges in view. But most notably the Tetons, because the sun is literally gonna set probably not 1 degree off directly behind the Tetons, so that should be pretty awesome.
You can hear traffic on 26 over there.
Yeah. So that is the sun setting behind the Tetons. We're just sitting here contemplating that we think it's going to be our coldest night of the trip so far. Pan that way just a little bit. So there's the sun far right side and the Grand Teton far left side. Setting right over the ridge from us. Ridge right now looks like it's on fire. I'll check back with you in a few minutes. Yeah, we
can't really beat this view.
Nah, we got pretty lucky. And it feels like we're just in this big, giant, flat, open field.
Yeah.
Like,
10,000 feet.
Anywhere you would see in Wyoming, except it's at 10,000 feet. It's precipitous on each side, and then we got 3 mountain ranges.
It's a pretty cool spot.
Getting a little bit of color over here on the Wyoming range.
Yep.
They got a bit of a purple to them. You know, because it spans the horizon so much, it almost looks like one continuous mountain range. The Wyoming range just kind of spills right into the Tetons, which then kind of just spills right over here to Pinnacles or the Shoshone range, whatever that is. That's an elk bugle. You hear it? I think we got some wolves and an elk bugling.
I thought I heard an elk. I don't know about the wolves.
I think we have some wolves howling and an elk bugling. I'm just hoping it picks up on the sound. What do you think, Colonel? You like your coat? Is it too cold or too hot? It's pretty cool out here, so we thought we'd put the Colonel's coat on, but he seems unsure about it.
He wants to get in the
I think he just wants to go to
He
bed.
wants to get in the Moby and go to bed.
You're walking kind of stiff there, Scout. Did I put it on wrong? No, I think he just wants to go to bed. Look at that sunset still off in the distance. Wow. Forerunner looks pretty good there in the sunset. Especially on the camera, because it's picking up the light.
Yeah, you can see all the... I see two car lights coming down the mountain or something.
Oh yeah, way over there. All right, we've had an adventurous day. Had a great night sky tonight. Got to see the comet again. Night sky tonight wasn't as good as it was last night. Scout's out. He was ready to come to bed early. And I'm ready to go to bed now. So we'll catch up with you again tomorrow. Hope you enjoyed today.